This is exactly right.
Get into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event and get away with a deal so right, it almost feels wrong.
Right now, you can get great deals on Hyundai's most popular models,
including the adventure-ready SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe or Santa Fe Hybrid and the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid.
Plus, there's the bold and stylish Elantra loaded with the latest tech.
Or go all-electric with the Ioniq 5 or the Ioniq 9.
So get down to your local Hyundai dealer and get away with a deal you'll love during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Visit HyundaiUSA.com for details.
Goodbye. Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and moments that make the season unforgettable.
From sun-kissed metals to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra.
Each design moves with you from beach days to golden nights and every memory in between.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold. Goodbye.
Summer is for adventures, road trips, and adding a whole lot of miles to your car.
That's why it's worth stopping at Valvoline Instant Oil Change first.
Their trained techs help you get road trip ready with an oil change and an 18-point maintenance check included with every oil change, checking your tire pressure, wipers, lights, and more.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change techs complete over 270 hours of training, so your car's in capable hands.
Best part? You can stay in your car and you're in and out in about 15 minutes.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Change wisely. Goodbye.
Would you like to lead us in a clap?
Yes, thank you, Stephen. Ready, everybody? 1, 2, 3.
Great. Whenever you're ready.
We've done it.
Okay.
Hello. And welcome
To my favorite murder.
the live stream Minisode.
It's happening.
This is real. We're alive.
I can't believe this. This is so weird because we can't see everyone. So we don't know that we're live, but I can feel it in my bones. George is licking herself behind you.
Is she? Oh.
George.
Hey.
Hi.
Three-legged George. She has to get on camera. Yeah, that's right. She never lays there. That's so funny.
I love this.
Welcome, everybody. We're so excited to be here with you. This is our first ever live stream, and I think it shows.
And if you didn't know that, you haven't been paying attention.
You can tell that we get thoroughly edited at all times.
That's the truth of it. Should we just get into mini stories?
Let's do the Minisode. What do we usually say?
Hey, Karen, you want to go first?
These are the emails that you send us.
Oh, right.
We read you your thing.
Get it? Did you get it?
And yeah, I'll go first.
Okay. George, please don't be vulgar.
Please. Did you see her freeze?
No.
She froze mid-lick and now she's ashamed.
Oh,
okay. The subject line of this first email just says hometown story. Hi, ladies. No, excuse me. Hello, ladies. I've never felt like I had a juicy story to send in, but when I heard you talking about murder on Middle Beach, I knew it was my time to shine. I grew up in Madison, Connecticut, where Murder on Middle Beach takes place. And boy, oh boy, do we love our secrets here. Madison is the type of wealthy small town that loves to paint itself as perfect and quaint, when in reality, it is far from that. With only 16,000 residents, everyone seems to know everyone here, and rumors spread quickly. I thought in this email I would do something a little different and share Madison's dirtiest little secrets with you.
Yay! Tell us your town's dirty secrets.
What? A start to a live stream. We're starting with gossip.
It's getting good.
This is the thing I miss most in quarantine. It's just gossiping.
Yeah.
Straight up like news about other people's lives that you get when you see your friends.
Totally.
Oof.
Tell me everything.
So this will hold us over. Okay. I'll start with the cops in Madison because they truly are something else. First, there were the Madison police officers who were caught meeting sex workers behind the middle school.
Perfect place.
Then there was the cop who stole almost $1,000 worth of lobster from a local seafood restaurant. All at once or little by little, I'd like to know.
That's a great question.
To catch who did this, the police department set up cameras at the restaurant. Even though this cop all caps, knew that the cameras had been set up, he still went back and stole more lobsters, eventually leading to him being caught.
Okay.
And then you have the cop that was caught using the police database to look up the women he was dating. It's all very classy. We also had a weird middle school science teacher who was, quote, asked to leave for looking down girls' shirts and having emotional outbursts in class.
Dude.
About 2 years after he left the school, we saw this man in the news because he had attempted to rape and strangle a woman in a park bathroom.
Holy shit.
Another fun teacher we had was my freshman high school English teacher. As we were studying Romeo and Juliet, this woman was creating a forbidden love story of her own by sending nude photographs to a student in the class.
Oh.
May I remind you, we were 15 at the time. His friend heard about this and confronted her, and to keep him quiet, she did him some favors and gave him hush money. Eventually, these students went to the police and she was arrested. Her husband was another English teacher at the school, and he even wrote a book about the whole experience, which is very cringy to read. It's very cringy to read right now. And finally, the murder on Middle Beach. The story has been weirdly brushed under the rug for a long time. Since this literally is my hometown murder, I always wanted to write in about it, but there's just not that much information out there. I think the lack of police work done on this case has really contributed to it being sort of forgotten. Barbara Hamburg was really a part of the community, though. Many of my brother's friends knew the family, and Barbara even tried to get a friend's aunt into the pyramid scheme that she was a part of. I'm glad to see this show is bringing needed attention to the case, and hopefully it will lead to some closure for the family. There's more crazy things that have happened in Madison, like an escaped convict running around the woods or a murder-suicide, but there's just not enough time to cover it all. Overall, you were both very accurate in your description of Connecticut life. It is pretty extreme, and we do love to keep our secrets hidden behind closed doors. Thank you for creating such a great community of murderinos, Olivia.
Yay. Oh my God, that's good. Yeah. Let's do like, if you have a town that has a ton of secrets, but like, no hometown, just send those in. Those are fun.
Yeah, only don't use it as a creative writing experience because there's really no way for us to kind of cross-check secrets.
Oh, right. We had in my town when I was in high school, there was 2 English teachers married, and it came out that the dude had been assaulting a student while I was there.
You mean just like the one I just read?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. All right. Mine's called The First and Last Time I Picked Up a Hitchhiker. Hello, all. In the late summer of 2012, I was 19 and had recently broken up with a boyfriend for cheating on me with my best friend.
Ugh.
I dumped her ass too. Don't worry. Anyways, in this weird post-breakup, riding the high of my own indignity period of my life, I made some questionable choices. Picking up a hitchhiker was one of them.
Oh.
I had just finished dinner with a friend in Los Gatos, which is near where
the cats,
right?
Oh, yeah. It's North Bay.
What did she say?
Or it's Bay Area. It means the cats in Spanish. Nothing. Just go ahead. I'm showing off for the live stream.
And I was walking back to my car when an older, down and out looking woman asked if I could give her a ride. Feeling like nothing bad could happen to me in this bougie town and genuinely wanting to help, I said yes. Then she asked if I could drive her to the Redwood Estates, which is a trailer park off Highway 17 in the Santa Cruz Mountains. This was long before I had heard of Ed Kemper, but I still knew that there was no fucking way I was going to drive this random lady out there. So then she asked if I could drive her to her father's friend's place about 15 minutes away. Okay, that seemed more reasonable. As I turned to get in my car, she said, "Wait, let me get my bag first." She then walks over to some hedges and pulls out a comically large black duffel bag.
Oh.
We get in the car and she sits in the back seat directly behind me. I started driving and we tried to make small talk, and I asked her what was in her bag. That's not small talk. Without batting an eye, she replies, "Dolls." Oh, fuck. I seriously regretted this decision, but I didn't feel like I could change my mind at this point. Oh, I replied, trying not to act like that was the absolute creepiest thing she could have said. Hitchhiker lady then went on to say how they were gifts for her granddaughters and how excited she was to give them to them. Thinking things were on a more normal track, I asked her what her granddaughters' names were. Her mood instantly shifted and she replied coldly, "None of your business." Oh, fucking K, lady. We get to the apartment building and she asked to use my phone because, and I shit you not, it would be rude to show up at someone's house without calling first. But apparently, shanghaiing a teenager and her car was totally acceptable. No one answered, so what would any sane person do? Probably not what I did, which was to drive this lady all over Santa Clara County for 2 hours.
What?
In that time, she probably made about 50 calls on my phone. I don't think anyone answered a single one, and to this day, I wonder if they were actual phone numbers. I was too scared to try any. By the end of the 2-hour excursion, my fear had worn off and I was replaced by complete apathy. I didn't care if I died anymore. I was already in hell. I finally pulled to a bus stop and told her to get out. I didn't tell anyone what happened until about 6 months afterwards, partly out of embarrassment and partly because I didn't want to reflect on what could have happened. Stay sexy and don't pick up hitchhikers. Emma.
Emma, first of all, thank you for sharing one of the more horrifying hitchhiker stories. But the idea that she went through a bad breakup, a horrible breakup, and then started making bad decisions, and one of them was picking up hitchhikers. It's like, what happened to the peppermint schnapps area that you were supposed to live in for a while? Like,
some would say that's better or worse. Some would say.
Some might.
They would and they might, and they probably have. And they'll say it again.
The idea that she had dolls hidden in the bushes
And a duffel bag.
A gigantic duffel bag where it's like, how many granddaughters? I would have immediately said, how many granddaughters do you have?
Yes.
And the answer is 0. I think we all know.
Truly, yeah.
There were no granddaughters.
There were no dolls.
Every time Emma looked away from like the rearview mirror, that woman held up like a hacksaw and then she would put it down really fast. Is what I'm writing in my movie about Emma's experience. Okay, this one also is the subject line of Hometown Story. Greeting ladies, fuzzy friends, and male associates.
That's good.
My hometown is from me and my hometown for Toronto. My hometown is from me and my hometown for Toronto. Okay. But does that make sense to you?
Not yet. Not unless it's actually it's her murder.
It's from... Let me just try one more time.
Okay.
My hometown is from me and my hometown for Toronto, but it also involved my lovely boss. My badass boss is Dr. Sasha Reed. She is a psychology researcher who studies violent crimes, but more specifically, serial killers and their behaviors. Oh. Let me tell you, this woman is the coolest person I've ever met. She's also a person who local police should have listened to when she said a serial killer was behind the missing men in the Toronto Gay Village, our name for the area where a lot of LGBTQ people and clubs are. A few years ago, Toronto was struck over the course of several years by the sudden disappearances of men from the gay village in the city. Dr. Reed at the time advised the police that it was likely the work of a serial killer. The police already did not appear to be taking the disappearances seriously, as the men were presumed to be mostly gay and people of color. The fact that it could be a serial killer made a lot of people think of how blasé the police are in most cases involving POC and the LGBTQ community. Anyways, after Dr. Reed had tried to advise the police, there wasn't much she could do besides wait until they asked for her help or found the person behind the crimes. Months later, Bruce MacArthur was arrested while trying to tie up and eventually torture and kill a man in his home. The police had traced the disappearances back to MacArthur, who had been meeting and then murdering the missing men under the guise of a one-night stand. Here's a wild part. He worked as a landscaper and would bury the bodies in the large plant potters that would serve as decorations in the locations he worked.
Fuck.
He was eventually sentenced and is now serving time, and Dr. Reed is continuing to be a badass and study serial crime. And then, parentheses, see her in the Unabomber doc on Netflix. Sorry for the length. Oops, that was not long. Stay sexy and don't get your landscaping done by a serial killer. Mira Lee.
Wow.
And that's actually, if you guys haven't listened to it already, there's it's a Canadian podcast, Undercover, called The Village that is, I think, either 6 or 8, maybe longer episodes that goes into this case in detail. It's harrowing and it's really good and really awful.
It's so tragic. That's just awful.
It went on for years. I mean, it's insane. Yeah.
Listen to female psychologists, please. Right? Is that what she was? What's her name? The doctor?
Her name was Dr. Sasha Reed.
Cool.
Psychology researcher. who studies violent crimes. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to read you the title of this one. Hello, all. My dad and his buddy from Nam. And then it says, yes, as in Vietnam. My dad was in his 50s when I was born. We're driving through Utah. So my dad and his buddy were driving through Utah to go buy some car to flip in Idaho. They were pulled over for excessive speeding and were brought in. I think there's more to it, but I don't have the resources to figure it out. but while
let's start a fund.
Yeah.
Let's get her the resources.
But while I was at the station, the police department offered to clear their ticket and pay them $50 a person if they stood in a lineup. My father obviously agreed. Then it says $50 in the 1970s, despite possibly being pointed at. Because they could have been.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I didn't think of that either. I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do anything. I'll do it. And so did his friend. And so off they went. He said, at the time, I only noticed how cramped it was, but no skin off my back, really. I was still having nightmares and hitting the bottle. I think she means from Nam. My dad didn't find out the truth until Anne Rule published her book. And my mom read it. So the title was, My Dad Was in a Lineup with Bundy.
Oh, shit.
And I know everyone's parents have Bundy stories, but this one is just like fucking bananas. And this is a good letter. So my dad tried to keep the book a secret from me. This is my favorite part. But I have ADHD, so that didn't work.
That's a superpower.
Truly.
I can do anything.
Try to hide something from me. I dare you. At the age of 8, I skipped directly to the photos in the middle section and was shook to see that my dad and Uncle Bob were standing shoulder to shoulder, like in a lineup from Cops. And then it says, I used to watch Cops and Jay Leno with my dad from the age of 3, so I was anxiously aware of crime. I was curious as to why some man was sandwiched between my dad and his friend. I showed it to my mom, who froze before getting angry that I found it. My dad turned almost greenish when he overheard us. I asked him for literally weeks before he told me why he was in the photo. He explained who the man was and what type of murders he committed to an 8-year-old.
Yes.
I was horrified and disgustingly fascinated. He had no idea Ted Bundy was a killer. He apparently seemed all American, and his cologne smelled nice.
Oh.
Once my dad learned the truth, he said that he came very close to shitting his pants. He never told me anything else about it, and my dad died when I was 17. His friend is still alive, but when said friend was trying to flirt with my mom, my dad's widow, at the wake for my dad, I chased him with a serving ladle from the buffet until he left our packed house.
Good.
And then it says, oh, pre-COVID times. I might reach out to him now that I'm much older to get his perspective, but now I understand why my dad thought it was okay for me to watch true crime television shows. He wanted me to stay safe from monsters like Ted Bundy because you won't know a monster from a man until it's too late. Well, that and I was almost abducted at the age of 9. SSDGM, Johnny Elizabeth. That's a good one, huh?
Johnny Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Johnny Elizabeth, you nailed it. B, how dare you put a cliffhanger at the end of your email and then just leave.
We're going to need a follow-up, please.
You're going to have to come back.
That's true.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I won't read you the subject line of this last one. Hello to the best murder-tainers out there. Oh. In 1980, I was a 15-year-old waitress at a popular local restaurant in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. It was my first job ever. The uniform then for the restaurant was a stunning, in quotes, Kelly green and white pinstriped polyester mini dress sported by nude-colored pantyhose and white nurse granny shoes that needed to be prepped before every shift with white shoe polish. Gotta love the 80s. This is important, I promise. Because I was only 15 and lived a couple of towns over in Cumberland, if I couldn't get a ride to work from someone, I had to take public transit to and from work. After one such shift, on a hot, hazy, humid August afternoon, I needed to get a bus home and was waiting at the stop across the street from the restaurant and trying not to melt. There were a group of us waiting when a huge Cadillac Coupe de Ville pulled up, disco music blaring. The car door opened and out came a tall man in a pink, yes, pink polyester suit and his huge hat with feathers on one side. He walked up to me and started saying that he wanted me to go for a ride with him and began pulling me towards his car, saying that I was pretty and he liked my look.
Oh my God.
Nope. Remember the uniform. The only thing worse than that uniform would be pretty much nothing. Plus, there was no way anyone in their right mind would think that my scrawny 85-pound ass was anything but pitiful looking, especially wearing that ugly uniform full of ice cream and sweat stains. The bus arrived amidst all the confusion, and a woman came flying out of it, hitting the man as he was grabbing me to try to force me into his car. Yes, in broad daylight, with a crowd of people who saw and heard what was happening and stood by doing nothing. This woman was older, short and stocky, with graying hair up in a bun. She came off the bus, hitting the man several times with her handbag. She grabbed me at the same time that she was opening a can of whoop ass on him and yanked me onto the bus, muttering and swearing under her breath the whole time. The pimp, let's call him Rooster, jumped back into his car and sped away, most likely cowering in defeat and humiliation. She just sat down in the front and didn't say a word for the entire bus ride. Actually, no one said a word. They just left me to sit in the back of the bus, shaking and wondering what the fuck had just happened. Once the shock had worn off, I realized that I actually recognized the woman. When I went home and told my parents what had happened, needless to say, I had to take the bus to work again.
Of course you fucking did.
Yeah, too bad for you. My mother called her friend to tell her that her mother saved my ass. She called back the next day to say that she didn't even know that it was me. She just saw someone in need and became a grandma to the rescue.
Oh.
Stay sexy and never go against a grandma with a conscience, even against a pimp. Sharon.
Wow.
She just did it and then she was pissed she had to do it. That's the best.
No, not a word about it from anybody. That's it.
No. That was the 80s.
Amazing.
You suffered alone publicly.
Okay. I have one more, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hi, friends. This is from the fan cult, actually. So maybe Rachel is watching right now.
Oh my God, Rachel, can you see this?
Is there a Rachel here? Okay. Hi, friends. I work in audiobook production, and a few years ago, we produced Tom Hanks' book of short stories. Of course, he read it himself, but mostly in LA, and I was in NYC, so I was bummed I couldn't worm my way into those recording sessions. Turns out that when it came time to do pickups, he was in New York, and my incredible boss, who was producing the program, let me join her. He is exactly as kind, professional, and down to earth as you'd imagine. So when they took a lunch break, he joined us. Fucking classy, right?
Yeah.
And the director and his assistant at a table for sandwiches and some Diet Dr. Pepper. And it says in parentheses, oh my God, we have the same favorite soda. He asked how the audiobook was coming together as a whole since he had been recording it story by story. My boss kindly directed everyone's attention to me, saying, Rachel listened to the whole rough cut this weekend. Tom Hanks, sitting across from me, looking directly at me, asks, oh, what did you think? I was so flustered, I blurted out, it's great. I couldn't stop listening to it, so now I'm behind on all my murder podcasts. Cue everyone in the room chuckling. Tom Hanks laughing with a look of curiosity on his face. Murder podcasts, what are they like? Like one whole podcast dedicated to one story, or each episode is a different murder? Me in my head thinking, stop talking. What are you doing? Says, well, it depends. Most of them, like My Favorite Murder, she fucking said My Favorite Murder to Tom Hanks, covers different stories each week. But if it's a heavy hitter, like say Dahmer, some podcasts will spread it out over a few episodes. Literally everyone in the room is laughing, including Tom Hanks. But in my amused, no one has ever said these words. But in an amused, no one has ever said these words to me kind of way. When I said the Dahmer thing, though, his eyebrows shot up and said, whoa, so I beat Dahmer this weekend? Amazing. Tom Hanks. I mean, at this point, I'm also laughing and managed to say something along the lines of, yep, quite an accomplishment. Then it says, this man has a Presidential Medal of Freedom. My boss and I still love telling that story. I was so afraid she would be mad at me, but by that point she'd been working with him for a bit and assured me that A, he genuinely loved that absurd comment, and B, I pretty much cemented myself in his memory because it's doubtful he'll ever get a compliment like that again. I have extreme social anxiety anyway, so having the full attention of Tom Hanks along with everyone else in the room short-circuited my brain, and I went into autopilot, and that is always and always has been just start talking about serial killers. A murderino to my core. Sorry this is so long, but I was stoked to finally have something to write in. I've been listening since the very beginning, and you guys have gotten me through all the times, good, bad, and socially awkward. I consider you two the big sisters I never had, and always turn to your voices for comfort when anxiety strikes. Thank you. Love to all and sundry at Exactly Right, and never forget to stay sexy and don't ever stop talking about murder. Rachel.
Rachel.
Tom Hanks has heard the name of our podcast.
Rachel represented it even under duress, even under the hardest time.
Yeah.
She repped us. Thank you, Rachel.
Thanks, Rachel.
If we ever meet a celebrity, we're going to talk about you.
Great idea.
Let me write this name down super quick, just in case. Rachel from the audiobook company.
This episode is supported by FX's The Shards, a seductive drama from executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Set in 1980s Los Angeles, the series follows a group of glamorous, deeply entangled high school seniors drawn into a life of wealth, beauty, parties, and excess.
At its center is Brett, whose reality begins to unravel when the arrival of a new student coincides with a series of mysterious murders.
FX's The Shards premieres August 5th on FX and Hulu.
Goodbye.
There are some questions humanity may never be able to answer, like, what's the meaning of life?
Or even worse, what do I make for dinner?
Luckily, Hungry Root has one of those covered.
Hungry Root is like having your own personal shopper and nutritionist all wrapped in one. They'll take care of the weekly grocery shopping and recommend groceries and meals tailored to you.
Imagine a world where shopping, planning, and cooking food is simple and stress-free. That's a reality with Hungry Root.
Once you tell them about your goals and preferences, they fill your cart with personalized recommendations. And those recommendations get smarter as Hungry Root learns more about what you did or didn't like.
Most of Hungry Root's recipes can be made in just 15 minutes or less.
I complain about dinner and cooking and that kind of stuff constantly. And Hungry Root provides exactly the thing I'm complaining about's solution. Like, they make a zesty chicken avocado sweet potato bowl that is exactly what I want at the end of the day, but would never, ever take the time to make. And with Hungry Root, it's just right there. It's waiting for you.
For a limited time, get 40% off your first order, plus get a free item in every box for life.
Go to hungryroot.com/MFM and use code MFM.
That's hungryroot.com/MFM, code MFM to get 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life. Goodbye.
Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and unforgettable moments that make the season so special.
Whether you're planning a weekend getaway, gathering with friends, or simply soaking up every sunny day, Pandora Jewelry offers meaningful pieces designed to celebrate your unique story.
From sun-kissed metals that catch the light beautifully to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra, every detail is crafted to help you express yourself with confidence and style.
Explore charms, bracelets, rings, necklaces, and more, thoughtfully designed to complement every adventure and occasion.
Each design moves with you, from beach days and road trips to rooftop dinners, golden nights, and every memory in between.
Layer your favorite looks, mark life's meaningful moments, and create lasting reminders of a season you'll never want to forget.
Find the pieces that reflect who you are and where this summer takes you.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold.
Goodbye.
Should I try to get Elvis to do a live meow?
We have to take some questions, Georgia.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right.
Steven,
I have the first question.
These are live questions. Just sorry, because we're going to play this on Monday as our Minisode, just audio only. So for the people that are just listening to this as a Minisode, the people that are watching the live stream right now, which we can't see, but they have been asking questions. And so some questions have been chosen, and now we're going to answer some of those questions from the people that are watching us live right now.
Yeah.
That's right. So the first question is from Kendall, and she says, what were some of the other names you had for the podcast in the beginning?
Never, right? It was literally, let's do a podcast. What should it be about? What are we going to call it? Right?
Yeah. 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 I think I remember going to the bathroom in your old apartment and coming out and saying it. And almost say not meaning it.
I remember it.
It was just kind of like,
yeah, how about
kind of putting it out there.
I remember
which is
it completely differently. Completely. We were at the 101.
How do you remember it?
We were at the 101 cafe having lunch. I went to the bathroom and I came out and then you said it and it was.
Oh.
Could have been.
Maybe I'm just thinking about, because I really loved that old bathroom in your house.
It was like the old tiles.
But either way, it was not thoroughly vetted or thought through.
No.
Which is very much like the theme song, which I picked up, played, did a recording of, sent it to Georgia. She's like, yeah, maybe. And then suddenly it just, I don't ever remember us saying, we'll definitely do this. It just ended up being that.
I think I said, it sounds great. Let's use it. But you had just been playing it as how does something like this sound? And I'll actually do a recording.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is it. Let's do it. I think it was just like, let's just fucking start. If we don't start now, we're never going to start. That's fine. That's fine. For the 500 people who are going to listen to it, no one's going to care. Let's fucking do it.
Also, in talking about this, it seems like all of this was 25 years ago, which is the weirdest part where I'm just like, what? I think I remember.
There hasn't been a podcast.
So bizarre.
25.
Thank you, Kendall, for asking that question. And thanks for watching the live stream. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. The next question is also from Kendall. And she said, Karen,
the same Kendall?
Yes, the very same.
Is there only one person watching this?
Is Kendall the only one here? That's so embarrassing.
This went poorly.
Karen, what is your favorite thing about Georgia and vice versa?
Sorry, why does Kendall get to monopolize this conversation? That's insane.
Steven, is she paying
my favorite
you?
thing about Georgia is a natural. Like, Georgia does, first of all, she just does things. She's not scared. Aww. She just kind of says yes to things, and then she's good at them. It's really impressive. Like, the first us doing live shows when she had only done, say, a handful of like live appearance things, and then we just went straight to live shows, and Georgia just was like good at it automatically and kind of not intimidated. It was really impressive.
Oh my God, that's so nice. Thank you.
It's true. It's the truth.
That's lovely. Okay, what's mine about? Oh shit, I have to fucking. All right, mine about you, I think, is your like confidence. Like, I guess it's like, what do I wish I could, have that you have, or that I admire, is your confidence. Whenever it's like, there's never like, please and thank you. I don't deserve to be here. Kind of like, I don't want to upset anyone, which I think is my default. It's like, I deserve to be here and I deserve to be respected and heard. And I just admire that so much. I think it's just like how I've always wanted to live my life, and it's fucking difficult, and you do it with like ease and not in a way that makes anyone like, question it. It's just, you gotta listen to fucking Karen. Good job.
Thank you.
It's good to be your partner. I just reaped the benefits from that.
Thank you. It was, Thanks,
Kendall. Double time.
It's touching. Kendall, if you have one more question, I swear to fucking God.
This one is not from Kendall. It's from Vanessa M. They ask, when recording, do you ever sense when an episode is going to be spectacular?
I feel like I'm always a little surprised by what will, like, in the comments will be like, this was a great episode. And I'll be like, was it really? Okay.
I can tell. I feel like I know when we are on in terms of comedy together, and because it's it happens all the time, just because we have that kind of special chemistry that's a little bit automatic. And you, like, for me, it's like you always surprise me. Like, you never say a thing I anticipate. You always say a thing where I'm like, what the fuck did you just say? And it makes it so fun. But yes, there are times where then that you get like on a roll, with like that, we start feeding each other. And I know that those are little special comedic chunks that don't always happen. Mm-hmm. And I definitely track those when they happen, because it's exciting. And but I don't think as a whole, because these episodes change from like the top, and then we get into shit and it gets heavy and it gets serious, and the conversation is varied. I guess. So, it's hard to tell. Like, sometimes at the end, it really does feel a little bit exhausting and super upsetting and depressing. Yeah. So then you're kind of like, Like there's, oftentimes Georgia will say like, oh, this was a bad one, or sorry, that was a really bad one. Where I'm like, yeah, they're all fucking horrible. They're all horrible. Yeah.
Yeah. I think too, like as far as like our stories that we cover, when I'm like doing my research and writing my story, and I think I can't fucking wait to tell them about this. I mean, or I can't wait to tell Karen about this. If I find out, or like if I'm doing one in the future and I find out that I get so nervous that you're going to cover it before me. And I'm like, but I can't wait to do this. And I'm going to tell her this. And I found out this like little secret that no one knows about it. And like when I'm just like pumped to tell the story, I think that it probably shows that we like are passionate about the story.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's if people are wondering or thinking about starting a podcast or whatever, I really think you should just get to I think that's the key, is that you have to care about what you're talking about actively and in the immediate present, because that's really the only interesting thing.
Right.
If you're kind of like interviewing someone or talking to someone and you kind of don't care, it'll totally show.
Yeah.
And so I think we're always excited to to break stories to each other, to tell each other things. There's a real, that part of it is so interesting. It's like we look forward to it.
Yeah, definitely.
I think
it's exciting.
One last from Kendall?
Sure.
And one last one from Kendall. No, this is from Hannah and Sean, and they ask one story that you love, and I'm presuming it's like one of the stories that you tell each week. One story you love but would never tell on the podcast.
Toy Box Killer.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Toy Box Killer.
That thing is...
Fuck.
It's just torture.
Yeah.
Literally. It's literally just women being horribly tortured.
And then someone gets away and it's like, how do you then live? You're like, she's amazing, but it's not like a happy ending in any way, or like a powerful Jesus. Right?
Well, the thing is, it's just so dark that it's just like almost an area. It's similar to Dahmer in that way. And I'm sure eventually we'll cover Dahmer. But every time I think about it, it's just like what you're really talking about are socioeconomic issues, are race, class issues, all these things, policing issues,
homophobia.
I mean, it's so much shit that's like, and that back then it was so much worse. That it's like, you just know getting into it is just, you could talk about it for 5 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why
Totally.
it's been covered. And for me, there's been a couple that I like from my hometown that I just wouldn't ever do.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually a couple that would be great and interesting, but, yeah, I would get in trouble.
Oh, really?
Literally. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Cool. Is that all the questions?
I have one more that's maybe a little bit more uplifting.
Oh, let's do that. Yeah.
Smart, Steven. Smart. He knows how to do it.
This one is from Deb, and they ask, what's the biggest lesson you've learned so far from your success?
What do you think?
Yeah.
Don't take it for granted. Don't. Let's see. What are lessons people learn from things?
Oh, what are general lessons? I before E.
Don't look at gift horse.
For this one, I think it's don't be afraid to learn as you go. The way we started this podcast is very different than the way we do it now, because we grew along with it and we developed it and kind of took in information as we went, which I think is, I can't say that that was not a conscious decision. We were just kind of in the improv of doing this with you guys, with the audience. Mm-hmm. Very early on, we learned to listen to people and to listen to notes and stuff like that, and to kind of dig deeper into stuff. Because, we've talked about this a bunch, but, growing up on true crime media in the 80s and 90s, it was just all blonde cheerleader murders, or things like Ted Bundy, where the serial killer was celebrated or kind of strangely lionized in a way. So I definitely learned about it in a very backwards way. And so I think this new version of true crime fanship is a very engaged, caring, empathetic version that I think some people are still very wary of. But for us, people in the know and the people that participate in it, I think it's actually beautiful and has so much potential.
Yeah.
It has so much potential to do good and to, affect people.
Definitely. And be yourself, guys. always be striving and bring a tissue.
And also invest in stocks and bonds. You know what it is?
What?
Get a good waterproof mascara.
Great idea. Always wear
Very
sunblock
important.
and a hat.
Please.
Oh,
you wrote that song about that. Always wear sunblock when you graduate from high school. You're vitamin C, right, Georgia? That's you?
that's me. Oh,
Yeah.
no, my secret's been told. Okay, now should I get Elvis and see if he'll do
What about, here's my last piece of advice.
Okay.
Pick a job that you not only love, but that you can do in quarantine.
That's a good one. I think that's a good, well, actually, pick something you're passionate about and that you love, and don't say, but I can't make any money off of that. And so you go to college to do something boring that you hate, or take a job that pays the bills, but you don't love, and it's soul crushing. Like, find something that you really are passionate about and fucking do it. And you never know when it'll actually turn into your career.
Right. And you're going to get your soul crushed anyway because you're like 22. So, buck up, because that's what happens to every human on the planet, and use the crushed soul, the new dimensions that come out of your crushed soul to see what you really want, because you don't want that.
That's good. Yeah, it's like a prism. Your beautiful little crushed soul.
Yeah.
And it shines.
It makes all those beautiful rainbows on the floor of your life. What? Stop it.
Your prism heart is a kaleidoscope.
Uh-oh. Let's wrap this down.
Okay. Vince, will you bring Elvis? Thank you. This is like Vince coming on stage at the end of the show. Right?
America's husband, Vince Averill, everybody.
Let's see. You know what he said to me?
He left.
He left. He's gone. He's like, fuck that shit. Here he comes.
Oh, thanks, Hannah, Sean, Vanessa, and Kendall for asking us all those questions, and for being here tonight, and everybody else for being here tonight.
And Stephen,
we really appreciate
being
it.
The MC.
Stephen Ray Morris.
It's live. He was
Get on here. Get over here.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Say hi to everyone, Vince.
Yo.
Hey.
Okay, let's see if he'll do it.
Okay.
Hi. You want a cookie? Elvis, you want a cookie?
He wants to leave.
He doesn't. Elvis, do you want a cookie? No. He's been shy lately.
Goodbye.
Oh. Elvis. Okay.
Oh.
No.
Want a cookie?
You want a cookie? No, he's laying down.
We're going to dub it. We'll dub it in later.
Yeah. It's live. You never know what's going to happen.
Hey, man, that's what live streams are all about.
Anything can happen.
All right. Thanks, you guys, for being here with us.
Yeah.
What a joy.
Yeah, I loved it.
We didn't fuck it up.
Barely.
Hardly. Well, everybody.
Yeah.
Let's live stream again soon.
Definitely.
And until we do, stay sexy.
And don't get murdered. Goodbye. Elvis, you want a cookie?
The best time to think about home security is before you need it.
That's exactly why there's Simply Safe.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in has already happened, and that's too late. Simply Safe is changing that.
Simply Safe's US-based live agents identify threats on your property and help deter them so intruders never get to your house.
The system is customizable so you can build one that fits your home and your specific needs.
The 24/7 professional monitoring is effective and affordable and won't lock you into a long-term contract.
I think that's what's so scary for so many people is that long-term contract. And like, what if it turns out you don't like it or need it, but they don't have that because they know you'll like it and you'll know that you need it and feel so much safer when you have it. Like at this point in my life, I would never go without a security system on my house. I just feel safer with actually having Simply Safe around.
There's a whole staff at Simply Safe that's waiting to talk to you and help you out. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/MFM.
That's half off at simplysafe.com/MFM.
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Goodbye.
Vacation planning should feel like a breeze, not a deep dive into countless travel sites searching for the best deal.
With Cheap Caribbean's Budget Beach Finder, you can search every destination and every date all in one search.
You'll save time and money with the Budget Beach Finder.
Say goodbye to endless scrolling and tab hopping, and hello to budget beach bliss at your fingertips.
Go to cheapcaribbean.com to try out the Budget Beach Finder and see just how stress-free vacation planning should be.
Goodbye. Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and moments that make the season unforgettable.
From sun-kissed metals to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra.
Each design moves with you from beach days to golden nights and every memory in between.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold. Goodbye.